I would never forgive this guy for what he has done to me. I am a 28-year-old pretty girl with a nice shape, nice height, pretty ass, big breasts, and flat tummy. No man will see me without looking back. I was infected with HIV 7 years ago. I got this virgin by my first BF when I was 19 years old. I broke up with him because he did it with force. You see, that bastard that gave me HIV was my second BF. He stayed outside the country and we have been talking on the phone for years. I am closer to him than my first BF. When my first BF forcefully did virgin me, I told him about it because I was in pain. And he was there for me. Then we hadn't seen, but we talked on the phone and chat. He eventually came to Nigeria to meet me after 3.5 years. That's when we've been talking on the phone. I knew he was in love with me because he used to say and show it. And I was in love with him too. We went out so many times and we had sex before he went back. He was the second guy that ever touched me after the first one. We kept talking. 3 months later, he started saying some things I don't understand, like I shouldn't share my things with anybody, especially sharp objects. He started telling me to be eating more vegetables and fruits, plus drinking a lot of water. I was like, what is happening? And he said nothing because they are good for health. Since he's a doctor, I felt maybe it's normal. 5 months later, I started having this mad headache. I treated malaria and typhoid, but the headache didn't stop. I took a lot of paracetamol, but it was the same thing. My dad was worried because I stayed with him, and he's also a busy person who goes to work early in the morning and gets back at night. I told one of my cousins who is a nurse about it. Then she told me to go for checkup. Before I went for the checkup, I told my so-called BF, who is outside the country, about it because he's a doctor and he said he will send me medication from UK to use, but I couldn't wait because the headache wanted to kill me. I went for general checkup and the doctor asked for more blood. I was like, what's happening? And the nurse said I should calm down. The doctor called me inside himself and sat me down. He was like, do I have a BF? And I said yes, but he's not in the country. Then he told me that one of my results came out positive. That is, I am HIV positive. I told him that it was not possible. Maybe there was a mistake somewhere. And he said that was why he asked me for more blood. I didn't believe it. I went to the second hospital just to do the test again. I was still HIV positive. I cried and I almost killed myself. I went back to the first hospital to see the doctor. He advised me to calm down, that I shouldn't have sex for now and I should not share my stuff for now. He told me everything that bastard has already told me before. I told the doctor that the BF has told me the same thing. The doctor said he knew he had it and that is why he's telling me to avoid sharing my stuff. I almost ran mad and I couldn't control myself. I couldn't eat for days, so I told my cousin about it. She came over to tell my mom about it and they took care of me. I didn't tell my doctor BF that infected me because I knew he's coming to Nigeria a few months later. I kept it to myself, waiting for him to get back. I started taking medication and my family was there for me. They did not let me feel as if something happened to me. We ate together and did a lot of things together. When he got back, he asked me to see him, but I couldn't face him because I was so angry. I later put my mind together to go and see him. When I was going, I went with my Bible, so we got talking and I asked him if he has any disease and he said no. I brought out my Bible to swear if he didn't have HIV that everything he has should go down in his eyes because he's very rich. He couldn't do it. Then I asked him why and I started crying. He cried with me and told me that he was very sorry, that he didn't do it intentionally and that it was when he went back he knew his viral load was very high. He said he knew he fucked up, that he couldn't tell me about it because I am still very young, so I won't do anything bad to myself. He told me to come. He came with drugs and he's going to be taking care of me and he would get married to me. Imagine after infecting me with HIV. I couldn't face him because I could kill him and then kill myself. So I broke up with him. He kept begging for forgiveness, but I blocked him everywhere. He always find another line to reach me on and he sent me money because he has my account number, but I still don't care since. I didn't ask him for money. In early 2019, I was told I can have unprotected sex with someone I love and he won't have it because my viral load and CD4 results were perfect. But I was scared. Early last year, I was told that they can't find the virus anymore in me because the results are showing target not detective, that's TND. I was so happy that I have to treat myself on a date. I was just smiling like a mad woman and I danced my sorrow away. The bastard called me again last month with another line to ask for forgiveness and that I should name anything I want and that he would do it for me just to forgive him. But I still can't forgive him because of what he did to me. My mom is begging me now to let it go since God has taken control over it. What do you guys think? Should I forgive him? I can't forget it though. This story is from Rants and Talks.